Bettors to life. It's time to make money. It's time to take flight.
What is up, everybody? Season 4, Episode 6, Bettors Delight. And fellas, I mean, we're almost a month through football season, and one thing is abundantly clear. Abundantly. I am the football guy. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. 8-1-1 in the NFL. I'm in sole possession of first place. Positive week. Positive for the season. I am in charge of this show. Mike also finished positive for once after, several weeks.
For once. I've been positive the last 3 weeks. Battling back almost overall positive.
Talking to the mic.
That's true. Talking to the actual microphone. That'd be nice.
I've been sitting here the past couple weeks. What do you mean?
You're too far back.
You sound
Lean into
low.
the mic. All the listeners right now are like, why is Mike not talking into the mic? He is the mic.
This is where I sat the past couple weeks. I don't know. All you guys are frozen on my screen, so
Well,
I don't know.
No, I was just pretending.
That's your own fault.
But now you're actually frozen.
What
So
about
I
now?
moved up a little bit. This is where I sat the last couple weeks, so I thought I'd just do
How
the
does this
same
look?
thing.
Well, you're fine. Stop, you guys, with the dance moves.
Mark's doing the wild Thornberrys thing.
Well,
That's a deep cut.
you got to do something, Matt, because the picks they just aren't happening. Another miserable week.
I was negative what, 3, 4?
According to my spreadsheet and all the
was
lines at bovadasportsbook.com, it was -12. No, -8. Yeah, -8.
So here's the thing. When you're the 3-time champ, it's tough. It's tough to beat a team 4 times. And I've beaten you guys 3 times. I'm the universal champ, the 24/7 champ, the light heavyweight champ because I'm losing weight. I'm very happy, and I'm content with where I'm at this moment. And don't worry, people forget I won in week 18 of last year's season. I will do it again.
We'll see. You got a big mountain to climb already.
A lot of people climb Mount Kilimanjaro nowadays.
People need to remember.
Isn't there there's a line at the top of that mountain right now?
There might be. I have no idea.
Google it. It's scientific fact that because people are just doing it willy-nilly now. Everyone does it. Honestly, 1 out of 10 people you meet have climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
That seems far too easy.
Nope, statistical science fact. It's very true.
Statistical
No
science
way.
fact.
1 out of 10 people you meet have done it.
Well, I know 3 out of 4 people on the show finished positive last week. Mark, welcome to the Positive Club.
Yeah, we did it. I thought I was going to start another football streak. College football did not go well for me.
No.
I don't think I won a single college football
You did
bet.
not.
So I was hoping that, it wouldn't go that way. But then NFL came and I did great in the NFL. I'm the pro football guy almost, maybe. Debatable. Greg's usually, this is the time to fade Greg, everybody.
I agree.
You're not wrong. Also, I mean, I know nobody can hear Chris, producer Chris, Mark's best friend, 0-1 on the season, trying to fade me. So I don't know if that's a good idea.
Chris just threatened all the listeners you better comment saying that they're best friends or Chris will pull the show. If we don't get at least 10 comments that say Mark and Chris are best friends, he will pull the show off YouTube. So I'm just saying youtube.com/theunderdog/bestfriends. Don't search that. I don't think it'll come up, but just write Chris and Mark are best friends. We need 10 commenters. 10 commenters right now. Get on it.
I will say, the views going up, everybody, the comments, everything's there. It's great to see it. As we really kind of dive into the video era of the show, it's been nice.
13K views. That was
Wild.
I think we have enough listeners that have enough friends. We could get to 14K this week. What do you think? Get your friends, get your neighbors, get your in-laws that you don't like. Get them all. Tell them, hey.
I like the strategy of raising the bar, but just enough. Enough where we're gonna be happy about it for sure. But we're gonna meet the goal, hopefully.
I do
it
with
weight loss. You have to eat 1 less calorie a day.
So if I eat 40,000 calories one day, I eat 39,999. 39.
That's
Yeah. So
I don't-
one less calorie a day.
progress.
So we do
Progress.
one extra listener a day. Boom. That's 100,000 listeners right there in a month.
There it is. That's good
Yeah.
math by you. I like
That's
this.
a lot of years from now.
One
my
listener
gosh.
a day. We're-
Yeah,
360
that's a lot of
listeners.
years.
We're gonna be okay. It's perfectly okay. We're gonna get a lot of listeners. We appreciate all the help from everyone. We appreciate everyone watching us. And if you like to look at Mike, it's weird, but it's fine. We appreciate it.
Trout.
Mike Trout.
Yeah,
Mike
true.
Mike the Trout.
Yeah, Mike the Trout. Crazy. I mean, I wouldn't want to look at Mike. If
Just
you
rude.
see him.
I taped my
They're just
headset,
rude.
so now it doesn't look like it's like hanging.
Well, that's
Nice,
the thing. Like
nice.
I'm looking at Mike's headset, and it just looks goofy. He's got the
Yeah.
mustache. It's
Here,
a whole
Mike, you
thing.
need any tape? I got some 3M tape
You
right
got
here for you,
packing
bud.
tape.
I don't even think I think I would break my microphone if I
Here.
put it all the way back there like
Here,
that.
ready? I'm just gonna.
Thank you.
Yo, Matt, if you put that over your camera, it'll look
Don't
just like
put it
Mike's.
over the camera.
It'll look just like Mike's, though.
Oh, I got a nice
It's good
camera
tape.
nowadays.
Oh my gosh.
Scott, you know 3M is a conglomerate, and it's not just like a couple. I'm just saying.
This is the second time you've went through this in our history,
This is-
show's history. You've already talked
You
about
use a lot of
3M.
3M products.
Yeah.
Because it's a conglomerate.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout
so-
out to 3M. Shout out to the
second
Scott.
time.
Shout out to the Scott Kingery jersey.
Scotch
Lord
Kingery.
knows.
That's a 3M joke. Like Scotch
I mean, you
Kingery.
walked him right into that.
I really did. I really did. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's been a long day. It's been stressful. I needed that. I couldn't see it coming for some reason. I don't know why.
Breaking the
But
law.
yeah, I mean, the show,
Please
So-
stop.
the show and the picks are rolling for the most part, fellas, and it is weird. And Mike, you asked the question earlier in the text group: is the world coming to an end with me being in the positives this deep into a season? And potentially, I mean, probably with how I've how my bets normally go. So yeah, very interesting as we head as we move
bad
in.
week. A real bad week is coming.
It's coming.
But
Yeah,
I'm being smarter.
Oh, you're not
No
putting things
way.
together this time?
I'm not over betting on tennis. I'm not over betting on different things.
Not over
I'm
betting
not
in
throwing
general,
parlays
as I
in.
said 3 seasons ago, but you didn't want to listen to me. And look where
There's
you're
a
at.
storm coming, Mr. Egg.
It's
There's
not.
a storm coming.
It's not that I didn't want to
Please
listen
say
to you.
thank
Mike.
you.
Hurricane Ian.
I don't. Yes, it's a literal
the storm coming.
What a
Um,
name, Ian. Like, crazy name for a hurricane.
All right.
I mean, what? That's
Right.
where we're going with this.
I don't know.
Take.
It's raining like crazy right now. When is it supposed to hit up? Like, we're supposed to see some rain this weekend, I believe,
Like
right?
Saturday and Sunday, yeah.
I'm supposed to go to the
sadly.
Eagles game on Sunday. I'm a little bit worried about it.
Well, you'll be
I
in
got
the
a
rain.
golf thing on Saturday, and it's going to rain.
Outside?
Usually.
That's typically how golf works.
You think there's
Uh,
any
really?
full
You ever play-
18 indoor golf courses?
Golf simulators?
No, like an
Simulators.
actual
Indoor
real-
putt-putt?
No,
indoor putt putt would be cool, I guess.
real
Mini golf
course.
scores are way down. Bowling scores are way up.
Well, bowling scores are made up.
Vibes are
100%
high.
fake.
Kim
Vibes
Burley.
are so high.
Incorrect.
Kim
I like how
Burley.
I like how we've stretched the Kim Burley joke 3 episodes now. It's in its 3rd episode.
Here she comes, Kim Burley. Like, all right, I'm here. Mike didn't bowl that. All right, see you later. Just me in a blonde wig, like, hello.
Maggie Doubtfire. All right. Well, fellas, as fun as this has been to kick off the show and bragging
Show's over. All right.
about first place, we're gonna have to end it here. So thank you everybody for listening. No, now it's time to get into. I guess we got 2 sports back that we didn't have last week, so I feel like we got to get into it early. We can't spend half the show again on college football. We'll try, I guess, as best we can. But I say we start to get into some picks. What do you think?
Yeah, Greg. I think that's a great idea. Let's hop
Great
on into
idea.
You're just a jerk. Like
Just
why?
like the-
why?
Just like the Easter Bunny, let's hop on in.
Why do you have to be the way you are? Why can't you just
trying to be a good color
Why are
man,
you the way
Greg?
you are?
I literally all I did was agree with you.
Speaking of color, that's a great shirt, man. Very colorful.
Thanks. It's just representing the old cartoons of the 90s. You got Hey Arnold, you got Helga Pataki, you got SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, you got Gerald down here. And so there's a little discrepancy on this shirt because Invader Zim is not a 90s cartoon. People really don't like that shirt for that character alone. On the Twitter sphere, it's an issue in the Roosevelt's world.
But he is a Nicktoon. Like
he's not
Invader
a
Zim
90s character.
So could I get that shirt for
2001.
cheaper than others? Because Invader Zim.
Invader Jim, my buddy Jim.
Invader
Jim.
Welcome, Invader Jim, to the show.
Invader Zim, because he's on that shirt, could I get it cheaper? You think?
No, it still retails for $65.99.
Okay.
What was there's Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life.
Nice.
Oh, there's
Cat
the guy
dog.
with the eyes from I Real Monster. Remember?
Crumb?
Crumb.
Yeah.
With the hairy armpits.
While you can continue to look at all the characters on the shirt, all the viewers can see it. Let's get into Bovada and let's get into college football. Matt, arguably, Mark went completely undefeated. Completely defeated. You at least hit 2 winners. Your Rebels not looking sharp heading into a big test this weekend.
Not looking sharp. They are literally 4-0, maybe 3-0. I'm not going to check it. But we have got a big week this weekend, but we are rolling out the Real Tree helmets, and I am excited. We had a good color scheme this weekend. We're going to take down number 7 Kentucky, show them who the real SEC football team is. And I'm calling them Kentucky because they are ducks. They are ducks on a pond. We are Real Tree hunters. They are Kentucky Wildcats. -7, -110, and -270. Shout out Ole Miss. We take down the SEC this weekend. Kentucky.
I have the over in that game.
I like Kentucky.
Over 54
Plus the
minus
points.
110.
Bunch of ducks
Give
on
me
a
the
pond.
points.
We got Real Tree camo helmets this weekend, dude.
I'm the one that told you about the helmets.
Oh
I
my
like the
God.
helmets.
You wish you told me about that. You know Lane Kiffin literally wore an over sweatshirt with that Real Tree camo on weeks ago. I knew about this. Did you know about that? No. Don't tell me about Ole Miss's colors. Don't tell me about what Ole Miss stands for. Duck call.
How did I lead you down that?
That was so rant. I don't even understand.
Of course, I saw the helmets, but I just like the points in this game. I don't know. It feels like it should be less than a touchdown. So,
Well, the fact that they're touchdown favorites, I know they're at home, but it's a lot of points to give to the number 7 team in the country.
We're the number 14 for a reason. We're going to be in the top 10 after we win this week.
You're probably right. I'm not saying you're not going to win either.
Kentucky.
The Kentucky Wildcat football. That's what they're known for. So
Ducks on a pond, baby.
Ducks on a pond. Speaking of, not really ducks on a pond, but they definitely played Oregon, I think, this year. I'm starting Thursday night. I'm going BYU -24.5, -110 on Bovada. Utah State is very bad. They're very bad. Typically, they're like frisky. They are not very good this year. I'm going BYU.
The boys, the Running Rebels, walloped them last week.
Yeah, they're
My
UNLV.
mid-major. My mid-major. That's a good ball club.
Are you on them again this week?
Nah, I don't like the line.
How many mid-majors you got?
UNLV is the only team that I said my mid-major this year.
His name is literally Mike Mid-Major Crone. That's his middle name. His birth name.
I thought that's because he's mid.
He's definitely mid, 100%.
It's just mean. It was mean for no reason.
Mike mid-minor. He doesn't even get major.
Sorry. I guess I'll apologize now.
Thank you.
Mike, what's your next pick?
Yeah, the model worked again last week, so we're going with the model again. Arizona -17.5 against, or -110 against Colorado. They are the worst football team I've ever seen.
The model most certainly worked. It was a gigantic blowout.
UCLA smashed them. The line's even lower, and it's at Arizona. Free. Colorado is horrible.
Colorado's not good. The Bison, right?
Yeah, they are terrible.
I think they're the Buffalo.
The Buffalo.
They are the Buffalo. Yeah.
They could have a better name than that. The
They
Colorado,
definitely
like the Colorado, like microbrewery every block away football team. Like,
it's definitely that is definitely a really good way to describe Denver.
never
in
been.
Colorado.
Supposed to go.
No, just all of Colorado.
I don't know. I've seen parts of Colorado without microbreweries, but I understand. Speaking of
Actually-
teams with
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say speaking of teams with solid mascots, San Diego State +6 -105 versus Boise State. I watched a lot of that Boise State game last week, and they are just not crisp. They're not sharp. I don't know what it is. I actually think they covered, but it just against a better team this week. I don't think it's necessarily possible for them to cover that 6 points. So, Mark, what's your next one?
I'm gonna go with Kansas plus the 3 -110, and also plus 130 at home to Iowa State. I think Kansas should be ranked. Kansas is good. They're what 4-0 now. They won that battle, the Blue Buds. I was wrong about them last week.
Iowa State
But-
stinks.
They got crushed
Okay.
last
Yeah,
week,
the
didn't
Sun
they?
Devils.
They did.
I know.
But
That's why I
Rock
like your
Chalk.
pick.
Rock Chalk, Jayhawk.
Everybody missed that. Matt, who was Iowa State?
The Sun Devils.
Yeah, Iowa State Sun Devils.
What?
They're the Cyclones.
Whatever. Arizona
You
State
are-
Sun Devils.
You are horrible with your mascots.
It's the same
Just the
color.
worst.
It is. I don't know if it's the same color, but
Remember back in
it's-
like NCAA video games where you could play as the mascots? You could be like the
Yeah.
Syracuse Orange, and you'd be like running like you'd be running the triple option with just like 8 orange guys. You're like,
11 guys on the field, or you're just the Syracuse Orange
It's
giant
orange,
ball.
and you were playing the Stanford Tree.
shout out, man. Mascot football is so good.
Mascot football, absolutely.
Bringing back the NCAA football game. I love
They
it.
are 2023.
Yes.
I just hope they don't ruin it.
They better have the mascot game in it.
How
Or
could they
Matt.
ruin it? It's literally
Just give me a road to
gameplay
glory.
stinks, or
Yeah.
they do the stuff like I've been playing 2K a lot, the new one.
2K what?
Trash. Basketball.
Okay, you
And,
have
like-
to. There's golf 2K. There's
It's true. You're right. And the new, like, I haven't liked the Madden in several decades.
03.
No.
Madden 03 is best Madden.
The Maddens are
Madden.
horrible.
I want
Madden
to.
hasn't really improved.
I need a
What was
Marshall
it?
Faulk Puma Indianapolis Colts jersey. That's the next jersey I need hanging up here. NFL
just
needs to go
came out
back
again,
to
right?
Puma.
The FIFA on the new gen, the new generation like Xbox Series X and Series S is amazing. So far,
Is it?
What's
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
about it?
I'm
Do
a
they
big
play with-
fan.
do they finally play with their hands?
No,
like
no,
a
just
Did the
like
new one? Did the new one come out, Mike?
Yeah, it drops Friday, but like there was
I
like
just
if
got-
you pre-ordered it, you got it early.
I think on my
Does the,
PlayStation, I just got the 2022 for free, like the other
Yeah.
day with the PlayStation
Probably.
Plus.
Once the next one's about to come out, they like probably a month in advance. They let you get the last one for free.
Does the new one have the World Cup mode yet? Or is that going to drop when the World Cup comes
I
out?
don't
World
think
Cup
so,
mode?
but that's a good question.
They always. It's weird. Like they always have like a separate game for the World Cup years.
Yeah, I remember
You know
they
what I mean?
did make that one separate one for the South Africa World Cup.
The South no, but
No,
they've made
did
it
for a
since then.
while. They did
Yeah.
it a couple of times.
Oh,
I
really?
just said, one of the first like Xbox games I had was the South Korea one. It was the South Korea 2002 FIFA World Cup game, and Poland was in it. And actually, I think one of our cousins from Poland came visited, and I was playing the game. He thought it was actually one of the World Cup games.
He
on
couldn't.
TV.
Yeah.
This was the
Head
best
coach or
game.
not.
That's horrible.
Do you remember this game? Dude, my boy, shout out Jimmy Ground and Pound Kelly, because he used to play NFL head coach like 08 that had Bill Cowher on the front. And like, I go to his house, I'm like, you can just do this in Madden. He's like, nah, it's not the same, man. It's not the same. NFL head coach. That was his favorite game, dude.
I do agree with that a little.
ridiculous.
I remember there was
agree with that a
in
little.
Europe that were obsessed with Football Manager. It was the
Football
same thing.
Manager,
You wouldn't
Football
play
Manager, that's
FIFA.
what
You literally just made moves for like a club,
Dude,
and made trades and signings, and that was it.
I remember I'm going to Jim's house, and he's sitting there on the couch. He's like, blue 46X. I'm like, you don't have to put the thing in front of your face. No one's watching. You're not playing like on a camera, dude. Like
You're playing in the computer.
Well, speaking of NFL head coaches, I'm on Michigan -11, -110.
Also,
in their matchup. I think Iowa's terrible. I know they won big last week over Rutgers, but it's Rutgers. You're on that too, Mark?
yeah. Like I said last week when I bet on Rutgers, Iowa does stink. But I was wrong last week. Rutgers also stinks.
They got multiple defensive touchdowns in that game against Rutgers. So.
You're right. And that's
Great
usually
for
how
the
they
over.
score. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 32 or something like that?
Yeah, the over
it
was
was
like
like
33.5. So I had to.
Yeah.
I didn't take it on here, but I took it separately, and it
Yeah.
cashed. It did
Yes.
cash.
Matt,
Yes.
what's your next
Yeah,
one?
Iowa had 2 defensive touchdowns.
I'm going with my favorite mid-major. It's won 2 weeks in a row. Temple +19, -110 over Memphis. My favorite mid-major team out there in college football. I'm 2-0 taking them in the last 2 weeks. So we're going to ride this gravy train.
50th best athletic school in the city of Philadelphia and the top mid-major, though. So that's good.
You already know.
Mike, what's your next
It's
one?
true.
Quick point. They played UMass at home. Why was UMass not the homecoming game? You won 28-0. Why would you make it again? Never mind. Moving on.
Do that on your Temple podcast, Mike.
Sean McGady.
Yeah.
Shout out Sean
Yeah,
McGady.
where's Sean McGady
What's
at?
the name of it? What's the name of it?
I don't know. Above the Rim? No,
There
that's a
you go.
Tupac movie. Shout out Sean McGady and his Temple basketball sports podcast. Listen to Sean McGady. Great guy.
Just
Great
a Temple
podcast.
Sports podcast. Yeah, but
Now,
great sports
If
podcast.
Sean doesn't
because-
text me and says, "Hey, I listened to it," I'm going to be very upset.
I would be
Yeah.
too. Mike,
we're gonna go back, delete this.
Yeah,
Mike,
cut
what's
it
your
out.
next one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Texas A&M +145. They probably shouldn't have won last week. That field goal hit the top of the one I can't think of the word,
Goalpost?
crossbar. Yeah,
One goalpost.
hit the top of the
Crossbar.
not the crossbar. Hit the top of the one goalpost. I've never seen a ball hit like that. They probably shouldn't have won, but I like them as an underdog here against who's it? Mississippi State on the road.
Yeah. Speaking of a team that probably should have won last week is Wake Forest in that game against Clemson.
crime.
Went to overtime. I love them this week against Florida State +6.5, -110 on the road. Mark, your next one.
I'm gonna go with Houston -145. Just on the money line. They play an early game as well against the Tulane Green Wave. Yeah, not the Golden Wave, not the Golden Hurricane, but the Green Wave.
And not Tulsa.
No, not Tulsa. but,
Also,
Um,
not Tulsa, we found out.
I like the Cougars.
That
in
is
this game.
correct.
It's an American game. Tulane usually does not have a great football team, so give me the Cougs.
I love it. I went with Baylor last week, last couple of weeks, but this week I'm riding Oklahoma State against them at Baylor, +2, -110 on Bovada. Matt, your next one.
You know where I'm back? I'm back with the Tar Heels, man. Tough loss for this weekend for the Tar
Very-
Heels. So I know that they're going to come out. They're going to crush Virginia Tech. We're going for North Carolina -9, -110 over the Virginia Tech Hokies, not the Cavaliers.
Not the Cavaliers. That is correct. I know we
You'll
had
learn.
the Cavaliers
You'll
Hokies
learn.
debate.
That's what I do.
Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arkansas +17, -110 at home against Alabama. I think
Alabama.
I think they'll be able to keep it close at least. Alabama maybe by 14, but hopefully Arkansas at home with KJ Jefferson keep it close.
I'm on Alabama in that game. They just
Rude.
look too good.
They do.
I mean, I know they've only been beating up on bad teams, and I know the game they played against Texas was close, but I like Alabama to just crush most SEC teams.
That's what they do.
Most, not all. Shout out Ole Miss.
Exactly. That's the one SEC team I was talking about. Shout out Ole Miss. Mark, what's your next one?
I'm going with Utah against your beloved Beavs. I'm taking them minus the 10. I think Utah's got a really good team this year. They still got a shot to get into the playoff, right? Potentially. So
The loss to Florida hurts, considering now Florida's just terrible.
Florida looks bad.
yeah, but that was an early loss, so they could still make up for it. But I guess they're not really playing No, they're in the Pac-12, so they're still
they're
playing
gonna
a
play
decent
USC.
conference. So we'll see what happens there. They might have an outside chance, but I like Utah in this game. I don't think the Beavs got it, especially in Utah.
I'm on the Beavs, and then also you got to go with being if you're going to take shots at me, I'm going to take shots right back at you. It's the Nittany Lions taking on the Northwestern Wildcats, minus 25.5, minus
Love that.
110.
Put it on my board.
Demolishing.
It's the Wildcats.
We might win by
It's
50.
the Wildcats going into Beaver and not only winning the entire game at plus 1450, but I'm also going to double dip at plus 25.5 as well, just to cover that. But they're going to win. They're going to win. They're going to shock Beaver and just send that entire stadium home crying. The first time all those guys are all going to be drunk, everybody.
I don't know if it's the first time.
But it's going to be the first time they're going to be drunk through the fourth quarter for most people that don't sneak stuff in. They can now buy domestic beers. Congratulations. You could go cry in those beers when the Purple Wildcats come out with that dub and get their second conference win and give me that future win as well.
Imagine how pumped up that crowd's going to be. Unbelievable.
Pumped up, they're going to be asleep, Greg.
Like they knew he was coming. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I doubt it. I highly doubt
Curry on them.
No, they're gonna get absolutely trounced. That's how this is gonna go.
I agree.
Or it's gonna be one of those really irritating close games that's like
that I might get 14.5 units on, baby.
Exactly. That's way too close, and then they blow it late. Mike, what's your next one?
This another line that doesn't make sense, even though I did the same thing last week with USC and they didn't cover. But I'm going to go with Oklahoma minus 6.5, minus 110 against TCU. It is at Texas Christian there at the Horned Frogs. Matt, there's your mascot for the day. But,
I know the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, that line doesn't make sense to me again.
I'm a big Horned Frogs guy.
Is that their symbol?
Yeah, they do this.
They do that. You're right.
You holding a curveball?
I didn't know that, so
no, this is the
I
Horned
learned
Frogs
something
symbol.
new.
He knows the Horned Frogs.
Matt, what's your next one?
My next pick. I know I'm dressed like a young Bruce Arians. I already took Temple, but I am taking TCU plus 6.5, minus 110. That was my next pick. I was taking the Horned Frogs. Texas Christian. Go TCU. Go the Horned Frogs. Go MacCronePicks.com.
West Virginia's played close games all year. Texas loses to Texas Tech last week. I'm on Virginia plus 9.5, minus 110. Mark.
This is gonna be my last one. I'm on the Sparty plus 8.5 at Maryland. I think they're
horrible.
Michigan.
They're horrible.
They're just a better football program, though. They're a better football program, and
obliterated last week.
Yeah, but Maryland usually stinks. The line doesn't make sense when you look at it. So I don't know.
You're not wrong, Mark. It is a very weird line to see, so I do get it.
I agree.
I'm
is a heavy
to
line.
do something new. I don't know.
Like win a college football bet?
Yes, win a college football bet.
Mike,
I did win a football bet on this ground here, this hollowed ground.
That is true. It is true. Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, my last pick is I'm gonna go with. They're horrible. They shouldn't have beat Mizzou last week, but I'm going with Auburn plus 9.5, minus 110 at home. There's been stories that their coach might have already been fired, and it was dropped by A.J. McCarron, who's Alabama guy. But I don't know. I like that line. What?
A.J. McCarron broke that news?
Supposedly, there's some sort of story going around that I came across. Is he still not
in the NFL?
No.
He's been out of the NFL for several years.
Not several. Definitely less than 2 years McCarron's been out of the NFL.
Well, they're playing LSU. I like that line at home.
About
Chris dropping in that he just worked out for someone recently. So maybe I'm wrong.
I worked out for someone recently too.
All-time chest plate tattoo. AJ McCarron.
Yeah,
I have no clue he's got any tattoos, and then he takes his shirt off, and you're like, oh, bang.
But supposedly he said that, according to his sources, A.J. McCarron said that the head coach of Auburn was fired. And then a lot of people are refuting those sources.
Is he like trying to be like an insider now?
I guess. No clue.
I would like to be an insider.
he worked out for the 49ers literally last week. Like, he's not out of the NFL.
That's on
trying.
top of his
He's
AJ
trying.
McCarron knowledge.
AJ McCarron and the Horned Frogs, Mike. It's very specific. I'm closing out my college football board with Clemson -6.5, -110, and then the Ducks late night Oregon -17, -110 on Bovada. Matt, do you have any more college football, or are you done?
Last pick, Texas A&M +3.5, -110, and +145 over Mississippi State. They are the worst team in our state of Mississippi, and I love Texas A&M this weekend.
Let's go.
What was the money line?
Let's
Plus
go.
what? Plus
Yeah.
135?
Plus 115. I was on them earlier.
He took that pick 20 minutes ago.
I took it when we started.
Doesn't matter. Let's jump out of college football. Let's go to tennis. Mike, I'll let you start. I don't even know where tennis is this week, so I'll
It's
go
all
right
over
to
the
you.
world, baby.
I believe this one's in Italy.
Your parlay was terrible. We'll get to that.
Shut up.
But this one's in Italy. I'm going to. I've been hot on WTA this past week, so I'm going to just keep it rolling. I'm going to start with the favorite, Mayer Sharif, -120. Former winner. She's won her last couple matches that I bet on her with good lines there, so I'm going to take her a little bit of a favorite here.
All right.
Boom. Lauren Davis, even money
Gross.
for your boy. Value boy disconnect right here. But I'm going against you. I like Lauren Davis. I like that she's even money. The line being so close tells me that Bovada thinks Lauren Davis has a real good shot at winning this match. So I think she's gonna. In Parma, before she gets the Parmesan.
Hey, that works. Matt,
Yeah.
anything in tennis?
Your tone.
Yep, I got another pimping all over the world parlay.
You taking them straight or just the parlay?
Just pimping since been pimping.
Okay.
I got Novak Djokovic. He's in Tel Aviv. I got Pablo
-2500.
Pablo Carreno Busta in Sofia. I
That's his
got
line.
-400.
-400, and then I got Maria Sakurai in Parma. She's -260, and then in Tallinn, the WTA, I got Annette Kontaveit at -350. +131 is the pimping all over the world parlay, and I'm ready to go. Shout
You
out
said
Ludacris.
+351?
+131.
131. Okay. Just
a little bit.
I love it. I love it. Mike,
Just
you're
trying
next.
out of here to pimp, dude.
I understand.
I also have Kontaveit -350 and Maria Sakkari -260 in my parlay.
But you
then-
take them
Zachary?
straight too, or
I
no?
want them straight as well, yeah. But then, my final pick is I'm going with Jasmine Paolini, also in Parma. She's from Italy as well. She's also been winning me some great picks, so I'm going to take her -195, and those four together come back at +394.
Sheriff, Kontaveit, Sakurai, Paolini, and plus what? 394.
Yep, exactly.
Wow, I actually got one right for the first
got it.
time ever.
Look at you.
Congrats, buddy.
Mark,
Congrats.
what's your next one?
So I'm actually surprised, Mike, you're not on this pick as well. It's against the girl that has broken our hearts a few times, Jill Teichman. I'm taking Iselin Bonaventure, +120. I like her against Jill this week. I'm also going to parlay Iselin and Lauren Davis together, +120, +100. That parlay comes back at +340.
+340 for you. All right, Zach, that a quick run through tennis. We're good.
Quick run through tennis.
Yeah.
All right, then let's get back. Let's get to,
All I did was agree. What?
I wasn't sure you were. I thought you were going to keep going. I thought you were going to keep going.
All right,
I got
give me
very
Casper
confused.
Ruud -550.
Casper Ruud -550 for you, Matt. We'll put it on.
Those little wins add up, man. Little wins add up.
Little
all
wins
right.
make me feel fine.
let's get to returning sport this week. Soccer is back. The Premier League, after the passing away of the Queen, is back. Everything's rolling again. International friendlies are over. The World Cup's just around the corner. Mark, I'll start with you.
I'm going with my boys, the Gunners, taking on Tottenham. I love them this week, +110. I think that we finally are reaching that point where we're going to get over that hump. Tottenham kept us out of that top 4 last year, but Tottenham's kind of they're done. It's Harry Kane, Son, and that's pretty much it. So give me Arsenal plus 110.
Tottenham plus 235 on Bovada and
Let's
on
go.
my card.
Makes me more confident.
Over.
Come on, you Gunners.
Over 2.5 minus 143 for me in that game.
Under 2.5 minus 110 for me.
That is
Nice.
not the line.
What's the line?
I'll get it.
Okay.
What'd you say, Mike? It was minus over 2.5 was what?
Minus 143. The under for Matt, under 2.5 is plus 118. Little value.
Yeah, value boys. That's what I had a dream the other night, and there was like people chasing after me, and I was like, I'm a value boy, and then they stopped chasing me. So
Nice.
The value boys come to your rescue yet again.
yet again,
It's the best when your friends come to your backup. You know,
Yeah, I know Chris always comes to your backup.
That is true.
dude. When
Very
I can't think of a word, he literally.
Chris just cursed off screen. Just that's all I'm saying.
He's not allowed to do that.
Very
Typically-
upset. Very
He's
upset
not
with
allowed
you.
to curse. We
Um,
keep the cursing to a minimum on this show.
My next pick is Chelsea minus 120 versus Crystal Palace. Mike,
That's just rude of you.
it is
Rude.
very
Crystal Palace hasn't played in a year, I think. They had several games. They had the game canceled, like the whole league. Then they had a game canceled because of a railroad strike or something. They haven't played in a year, so they probably won't look good this first game. So I guess I like that pick.
Wait, what? Chris's text. All right, Mark and Chris are not friends. They'll never be friends. There's nothing ever about them that'll be friends, and that's okay with everyone.
Mike, did you take Crystal Palace?
Oh no, I'm not taking Palace.
Can't wait to shout out the URL in a few weeks.
That's insane. Mark, what's your next pick in soccer? Did he leave?
Is he? Oh, he's not in the group chat, so he doesn't know.
Wow, that was terrible. I mean, what a terrible backstab from my best friend there. It's just awful.
I don't think you're friends. I'm pretty sure you're not
I'm gonna
friends.
be honest with you. I don't
We're
either.
not friends anymore. That's for sure. Liverpool minus 275. Man City minus 280.
Hold on. Liverpool versus
Don't sound
Brighton.
so upset.
Arsenal, Liverpool, Man
I'm
City.
not
plus
too excited with these
289.
picks.
Hold on.
Plus 289 on the parlay.
I don't know who's all right. I need to go back. It's Liverpool versus Brighton, Man City versus Man U, which I'm in that game as well. I have the draw at plus 440.
I have Man City minus 280 and minus 1.5, minus 110. You can find that on macronpicks.com.
It's just so stupid.
I'm
It's
just saying,
so
you
stupid.
can find all my picks on macronpicks.com.
I can't imagine
It will only
a
be
place
picks.
anyone would want to
It will
go.
only be picks. That will not be anything inappropriate.
Mark, is your parlay just those three together? Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City?
Yes, Greg.
What's the parlay pay? What's funny is it has nothing to do with him. Which is even worse.
I'm just going to go to Mark and Chris or bestfriends.com and see what that does.
What are
Chris is
what is
just
the
thinking as
parlay?
we speak.
289. It's the three teams to win. What is so confusing about this, Greg? Whether I say it excited or depressed, it doesn't matter, okay?
There's a lot going on.
Greg is lost.
This guy I've never met just told me we're not friends.
That's funny. Matt, you're also taking Man City on the goal line minus 1.5.
Holland
minus
is
one.
freaking crushing it right now, dude. He scores all the time. And I like that team. That's it, dude. That's all it is.
Perfect.
Understandable.
That's a perfect
understandable.
run.
I had the
That's
under
Because
in
I'm
that
going
game.
back.
That's Bruce
I'm going
Arians'
back to my
favorite
Holland
team.
anytime.
I'll get to you in 1 second, Mark. Mike, you're taking the under.
I had the under
Two.
three plus 120 in the Manchester Derby.
That's a terrible pick.
I don't think so. Everybody's going to be up all big on this goals as you're about to be right here.
You said plus 120, Mike?
Plus 120, yeah. Everybody's big on the goals because Haaland has been doing amazing. There's going to be
So
have to
why
be a
is he
game
going
where
to
it's going
stop
to end
now?
like 0-0.
Man, you stinks.
Man U has
Man,
been
you
playing
stink.
pretty good. That's just wrong.
Man, you stink, Mike.
They benched
Yeah, you
Maguire
do
and
stink.
Christian
You-
Ronald.
I can smell you
All right,
through the can. I
Mark,
smelled you
give me
getting
your
off the
Haaland
elevator.
picks.
Holland first goal plus 220. Holland anytime minus 215. And then I'm going to just close out my soccer picks. I'm doing the same thing with Lewandowski. Minus 155 for anytime, plus 250 first.
I'm kind of upset you didn't go get the Lewan jersey and we could have matched.
You literally told me not to. Like
know, I didn't
you
wanna
said I
actually
can't wear the same shirt as you. Chris said I'm not friends as you. Matt said I'm a loser at some point.
When did I
Very
say
mean.
that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of things.
You're
cool.
the timestamp.
Yeah, my parents like me, Chris. My parents are friends.
Nottingham
They are my
Forest-
friends.
Nottingham
We're
Forest
his best friends.
versus Leicester plus 330, the Monday afternoon
Now our
game.
listeners think Chris is funny and they can't even hear him.
Marseille versus Angers, minus 120 on
I am
Bovada.
angry.
That's perfect. And then Inter Milan versus Roma plus 105. Mike, anything else in soccer?
Yeah, my final pick, I'm going with West Ham, minus 105 against Wolves. Wolves have been horrible this year. West Ham got their big summer signings of Skamaka and Paqueta, so they're due for a big one.
Perfect. Matt, anything else?
No, I'm on to baseball.
All right. We're on the darts while Matt's on the baseball. So we'll
Smack
catch
out.
up to Matt in just a little bit.
Baseball is a darts game, actually.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
When I play darts, that's actually my favorite game to play.
It is a fun one. There's
is
no
good.
doubt about it. But we have the World Grand Prix this week. One of the darting majors starts actually on Monday afternoon. Here, I'll start it off. I'm going against the homeland. I'm going Callan Rids plus 140 against Christoph Ratajski. Even though Rids has been down and Ratajski's been up, I think that in this format, I think Rids has the advantage. Matt, anything in darts?
You know where I'm at, baby. Dimitri Van Denberg, minus 125 over Dave Chisnall. If you didn't listen to this and you can't go backwards, find it at mattchromepicks.com.
So you're not scared about Chisnall coming off winning the Belgian darts tournament over the weekend in the European Tour and kind of seemingly being back on his game, and Vandenberg, since switching his darts to target, struggling?
This is my favorite parts of the dart section. Matt gives a pick, and then Greg goes, "Are you not scared of something that happened last week that nobody
I just
lost?"
like to see his reaction.
He basically speaks Spanish. Like, I don't even know.
No clue what he just said.
I'll run
Jeez.
through a couple. I'll run through a couple more of my first round picks. I'm taking Stephen Bunting minus 130, Adrian Lewis plus 135, Ross Smith at even money, Joe Cullen at minus 135, and then Nathan Aspinall to upset Michael Smith plus 115.
Aren't you
on
afraid
the
that
money
Nathan
line.
Aspinall just read the Giver from front to back last week? Like, that's big for him. That's a big book, man. Giver,
Do you have anything else on Bovada for darts?
He not only read that, he read Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, Philosopher's Stone,
Yeah.
actually, because he's across the sea.
The domain is already registered for Matt Crone Picks. Do you already own that, Matt?
That's a struggle.
Go to mattcronepicks.com. If Mark was in on the text, he would know it already exists. Mattcronepicks.com. You can find all our picks. You'll find Dimitri Van Denberg. I did a whole write-up about his favorite Harry Potter movies, and we're good to go.
Do you
Guys,
have
there's
any other
nothing
picks
there.
in darts, Matt, or are we good?
There's nothing here, guys. Nothing here.
There will
it's kind
be
of like me
stuff
and
there.
Chris's friendship. Nothing here.
There will be. There will be stuff there. You will be able to find it at mattcronepicks.com.
Are you good, Matt, in darts? Or are you?
I'm pretty good.
All right. So I'll
Wow.
give two futures out for the Grand Prix winner. Luke
Wait,
Humphreys
what did you
outright
just say?
Grand
Grand
Prix?
Prix winner.
Grand Prix?
Grand Prix?
Grand Prix? It's
Always
Grand,
sunny.
To be fair.
it's Grand Prix. All right.
Luke Humphreys plus 1,400 outright winner, or Peter Wright outright plus 700 are my picks going into it. Let's get to baseball then. We are like what 10 days away from the end of the Major League Baseball season.
End of the Phillies season.
And probably the end of the Phillies season
Incorrect.
because they stink and they're not going to make the playoffs.
I mean,
They refuse to score.
they're winning 1-0.
And they refuse to score more.
A lot of game left, Mike. A lot of game left.
It's the first inning.
Matt, what do you have in Matt? What do you have in baseball?
In baseball, you know where I'm rocking this week. Jeffrey Springs, Tampa Bay Rays, -110 over the Cleveland Guardians and Cale Quantrill. Shout out Quantrill Bishop. Quarterbacks beware.
I'm also on the Rays -110.
If you get that joke, shout out you. That is a very specific joke. Do you get that joke, Greg?
Quantrill Bishop?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the show Playmakers, but that can't be right.
No. Quantrill Bishop is the
It's not the Giants player in the movie Big Fan with Patton Oswalt, is it?
Isn't that his name? Isn't it Quantrill Bishop?
In what?
In Big Fan?
Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
So that's the two things I thought of were either it was Playmakers or it was that movie Big Fan with Patton Oswalt.
It's the
Michael Rappaport.
It's the indie movie Big Fan. He has a poster in his room that says "Quarterbacks Beware," and it's Quantrill Bishop in the poster. Shout out Quantrill Bishop.
It's so ridiculous. Why would you walk?
Because Drew Lock always sends me that text message of the poster. He says "Quarterbacks Beware."
Quarterbacks beware. All right, Mark, what do you have in baseball?
I'm going with the Phils, -180. I do believe this team will make the postseason. They got a magic number's 7 now?
7.
Yeah, it's 7.
7 with 8 games to go. They're almost there.
We have 9.
When they get there, we'll see what happens. But I think they're going to get there. Hopefully they don't back their way in, but they might.
That's the only way we're getting in.
Yeah, the Brewers are going to go on a massive losing streak. That's just how this is going to work. Mike, what do you have?
Yeah, I have the over in that Guardians-Rays game, over 7, -115. And then a lot of these teams are already out of it and everything, but I got the White Sox -120 as well.
It's 124 right now on Bovada.
Right, then, yeah, 124.
I'm also on them.
Yeah, a lot of these teams are all out of it. That games that I'm going to be in on here, but
yeah, one of mine is the Orioles +134 against the Red Sox. I'm on them as well. Mark, your next one.
Mariners -125.
That's my final pick as well. The Mariners -125 I'm on that too. So perfect.
Great.
Matt, your next one.
The Giants -1.5, -105 over the Colorado Rockies. The Giants will play good baseball for the rest of the season.
Because they have a legit manager in Gabe Kapler.
They have a manager that works out and does push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He stinks.
I just want to see how mad I can get Mike about Gabe Kapler.
He just stinks.
Mike's already mad. He was mad the minute he got on this podcast.
Unbelievable. Mike, what's your next one?
Madguy.com is Mike's website.
My last pick is just I'm going with Shohei and the Angels, -1.5, -120.
Perfect.
So
perfect.
Are you on the other side of that?
I am. I'm double dipping on the other side of that. I looked at it. I was going to jump on it because Shohei's pitching, but then I thought, why would I do that? Athletics +205, Athletics +1.5, +105. That's 3 units if they just win the game.
+1.5. I have even money. Did that change?
it says even here.
Oh, it changed. I'm sorry. All right, so then even money +1.5, +205. The money line still didn't change, but that's still 3 units if I win.
It certainly is. It certainly
Give it
is.
to me. Come on, Ace.
Does
Moneyball.
that finish out the? Does that? You're not wrong. Does that finish out Major League Baseball for everybody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Matt,
Yeah.
you just the White Sox and the Giants, or sorry, the Rays and the Giants.
Yep. Wait, actually, the guy who plays Quantrill Bishop in Big Fan, his name is Jonathan Hamm. But it's not John Hamm, the actor. It's a different John Hamm, the actor.
I can't believe John Hamm didn't play Quantrill Bishop, noted NFL linebacker.
Wait, that's so funny. It's Jonathan Hamm. Like, dude, you couldn't find a different stage name?
I mean, that movie's like a decade old.
It's probably pre-Mad Men.
No, I don't know if it's pre-Mad Men, but it's old. I mean, Scott Farrell is like the radio show call-in host that in that movie that like him, Patton Oswalt, and Rappaport go back and forth against.
Mad
or
Men
in
is
on their show.
yeah. Mad Men is 07. This one, he was already big. I mean, John Hamm's been acting for a while now.
You're not wrong. You're not
The
wrong.
Town was in 2010.
Tom Ham.
How did we get to the town?
We were, just a few turns. I just love when they're like, I gotta go beat somebody up. He's like, you can't ask any questions. Oh, whose car are we taking? Remember?
Yeah. That's a great accent, dude. That was pretty good.
Hey,
I'll give you that.
I'm from Boston. How you doing?
I don't know what that is.
That second one was weak.
Just let them keep going. I like it.
It's not your fault. Yeah, I know it's not my fault. It's not your fault.
What?
I know it's not.
It's a whole different movie.
I know it's not your fault. It's not my fault. Shout out Ben Affleck.
Let's go to the UFC.
That's also not Ben Affleck. He's not even in that scene.
That was Matt Damon and Robin Williams.
Rob Williams.
And Batman.
Man,
Oh,
unbelievable.
Batman.
Let's go to the UFC. It's back after a week off. We're back in the Apex, headlined by Mackenzie Dern versus Xiaonan Yan. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, clearly.
So big matchup for them. But Mike, I'll start with you.
Yeah, my first fight, I'm just going to go with Chelsea Chandler, minus 105, making her debut against a girl that's 1-3 in the UFC. So I'm going to go with the one making the debut there.
I'm also on that one. I think it's easier to make your debut in the Apex.
Yeah.
Personally.
Oh, wow.
Coolio just
Great
According to
information.
sources, Aaron Judge just hit number 61, which is wild. You guys, all the listeners and viewers, you guys already have seen it and heard about it. But
it's
for us,
nice
it just
to-
happened.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Listen.
I just got a text.
I just saw that Coolio died. He's 15. He just died at 59. That sucks, dude.
Oh wait, I thought you were kidding.
No, Coolio's dead.
No, Coolio
Yeah,
died.
rest in peace, Coolio.
Chris just texted me about Coolio. Weird.
I mean, this is
This is breaking news central going on.
I mean,
this is it's is this the Newcastle thing? Yeah, Aaron Judge hit a home run, and killed Coolio.
I'm not gonna say that.
I mean, this is
I'm gonna take Brent
No,
Allen
but
and
it's
even money
terrible
over
timing.
Christoph Jodka.
I'm on that as well.
Christoph Jotko minus
stinks.
120. He's minus 120 on Bovada in that one. I'm on Jotko.
Stinks.
Yeah, but he wins. This is a fight he wins for no
Brandon
reason.
Allen is actually pretty good. He had that one
Right, exactly,
upset
that's
loss
my
against
point.
Chris Curtis that shouldn't have happened.
I
Jotko's
guess.
horrible.
I
That's
mean, I'm stunned. I have no. There's too much going on right now. I can't even keep track. Mark, UFC.
I don't have any UFC. I'm trying to not lose units in that sport right now.
Understandable. I'm on, and I think it's my last pick in the UFC. Alexei Oleinik, plus 145.
The GOAT.
He's 45 years old. He's taking on Ilir Latifi. If the fight goes to the ground, it's over. The boa constrictor, he's constricting.
Yeah, I'm in on that as well. What is going on there?
I don't know.
I'm in on
Matt.
that as well, Greg.
If
Matt,
the
anything
boa
else in the
constrictor
UFC?
constricts, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
All right, give me
Yeah.
Borshev, plus 150 over Mike Davis, minus 185. Borshev's
so you're taking
150. Plus
Black-
150.
Vyacheslav Borshev.
The Borsh.
Is that his nickname?
I
I
think I've
can't. I
heard
could
this.
never. I could never eat. This comes full circle. I could never even consider eating borscht, simply because of the Rugrats episode where they have to like bathe in borscht to get the
The skunk.
to get the skunk smell off.
Yeah, I remember that
Who was
episode.
the doctor they always talked about? Lipschitz.
Dr. Lipschitz.
Yeah.
Lipschitz says, yeah.
How about
and-
Borscht, though? Borscht is
Inappropriate
good.
name.
I guess. And
It's
anything
just a
else
name.
in
It's just a name.
UFC, Mike?
No, or yes, I do. Borshev's nickname is Slava Claus.
Ooh,
Kinda
is he
like
Santa?
Santa Claus, I'd assume.
Like,
Maybe.
Giving out
I don't know.
giftsies.
I kind of
Yeah,
like
All right,
that.
are we in
He's
football
giving out
yet?
free naps. He's giving
We're
out free
almost
naps.
there. I'm just waiting on Mike's
Oh,
picks.
yeah. All right,
in the UFC.
Tabitha I'm
Boom,
parlaying
boom.
these two. It's Tabitha Ricci minus 220 and Randy Brown minus 350. Shout out the
Are
bucket.
you taking him?
Yeah, straight.
Okay.
And then parlayed, and then those both come back at minus 115.
Randy Brown, minus 350, and the parlays plus 115.
Minus 115.
Minus 115.
Yes.
Minus 115 for you. So is that it? Everybody good in the UFC except for the main event?
Yep.
Mike, do you even have anything in the Dern Yan?
Yeah,
fight?
I'm just gonna take the dog there. I don't think Dern should be a minus 240 favorite, so I'm gonna take Yan plus 185.
Okay.
I just think that's too. She'll crush her on the feet again. So just like Marina Rodriguez fight.
That works. Then let's get to the NFL. We are in week 4. I jumped all the way ahead. Week 4, Bovada has all the lines for you. There's plenty to go around. Fellas, we can start in Thursday Night Football. Does anybody have anything for the Dolphins-Bengals tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals minus 4, minus 110.
The
Dolphins
4-1.
Dolphins had 2 really solid wins there past couple weeks, but I don't know. I think the Bengals are going to bounce back, and I like that line.
I'm also on the Bengals. Or sorry, I'm not on them. I'm on the Dolphins plus 4 minus 110.
I don't agree with everything you said, Mike. Wait a second. Never mind.
I don't trust the Bengals offensive line. Still, no T. Higgins is not gonna be helpful either. So I like the Dolphins in that game, just like I like the Cubs tonight at plus 285. Mark, anything in the NFL?
Yeah, I'm on the Bengals as well. Short week. Dolphins traveling to Cincinnati. They traveled early. Tua's back hurt. I think Mike said pretty much all of this, so I'm gonna go with that.
That's the craziest back injury I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I don't know. The Dolphins
could have been a
just
concussion.
Could have.
they don't look.
Yeah.
I mean, his body stopped working for a second, but I don't know. I don't know if the Dolphins are a 4-0 type team. I think they're good. I think they're going to be good for this season, but I don't think they're going to be undefeated for much longer.
Well, it's definitely a game that I could see them losing by a field goal, though, and covering the number. So we'll see. Matt, are you in Thursday Night Football?
Not this week.
Then let's get into Sunday. Give me your first pick for Sunday.
Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. The battle of the BBBs over 51 points, minus 110. A lot of points this weekend. You got Lamar Jackson, you got Josh Allen, you got Devin Singletary, you got Dawson Knox, you got Stephon Diggs, you got Devin Duvernay, you got Mark Andrews, you got Michael Orr, you got Dobbins, you got yeah.
I do have the over in that game, over 51 minus 110. Just take everything Matt said there and take the over. Thank
Perfect.
you.
That's analysis. That's the analysis I come to
Really
the show.
good analysis.
Just naming every player I could think of.
But I do agree. I do agree with that
Dobbins.
entirely.
J.K. Dobbins.
Mark, what's your next one?
Just kidding.
On the opposite side of on that, I'm going with the Raiders this week again. Raiders minus 145 and minus 2.5, minus 115. I don't think the Raiders are an 0-4 team. I think they got too much talent for that, so I think they're going to get off the schneid here and get a win.
I'm also on the Raiders, strictly for the same reasons you said, but also Nathaniel Hackett's just a bad coach. Like, he's a bad coach, right? Like, we can agree after 3 weeks we've seen enough.
He's a bad coach. Russ looks weird. I don't know if it's because he has a bad coach, but he looks weird.
Just doesn't look good.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't think Josh McDaniels is a good coach. That's not what I'm saying in this matchup. I think he's also a bad coach. He's definitely a bad. I mean, at this point, us four could just go be the co-head coaches of the Raiders or of the Broncos and do a better job. So,
are they hiring?
Time out.
I think they might be sooner rather than later.
Get your resume ready.
We should buy
good pick. Like I said, I'm also on the Raiders in that. And speaking of teams with new coaches who looked pretty bad all weekend but still won, the Minnesota Vikings is my next pick. They are taking on the
Saints.
New Orleans Saints
in London at
minus
9:30
3.
on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm taking them -3 at even money.
Give me the Saints.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you
The
the
Saints are going
Saints.
to go marching in all the way down the streets of London. They're going to do it on the wrong side of the road. But this is going to be one of those weird games where it's going to be ugly because all the London games are ugly. And Kirk Cousins doesn't play well when he's the only game on TV. So
You're not wrong.
He's going to pretend that, everybody's watching me. It's like a primetime game. So he's going to shit the bed.
Mike, what's your next
I
one?
have the over in that game. Over 43.5 -105. I'm
Give me
open
the
for
under.
points there.
Give me the under, -115, under 43.5.
Rude. Very rude.
It was already on my board.
-105.
Nothing personal. London
Make
game.
it personal.
Weird.
Why don't you make it personal?
Personal game.
All right.
Yeah, call him ugly.
I was gonna say your hair is ugly, but
Wow.
I don't have any. I don't
No.
have any.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
mean.
No
That was really
comment.
mean. That was mean.
Matt, what's
I
your
don't
next
have-
No
NFL?
comment.
We got to move on from that. That's just mean. What's your
I
next
lost
one?
my best friend today. Can we just,
Julio?
Jeez.
Oh, that was
I wasn't going to say it, Matt.
All right, move on.
Give me your next one.
Eagles -280. And then
Just the
Falcons
money
plus
line?
105 and Falcons plus 1.5.
Falcons plus 105.
Mariota's good. Falcons are good. They won me some money this weekend on the personal line, so I do like the Falcons.
I talked with Chris on You're Wrong yesterday about the Browns-Falcons game. Chris convinced me of the Falcons. I've changed course. I like the Browns -1.5, -110, strictly because I just don't. I don't trust Mariota specifically.
You don't trust Chris.
Well, he said 3 straight turn, or the one on Sunday he recovered, but late late game drives in close games, he's turned the ball over twice and then fumbled a handoff to Cordero Patterson on an RPO. They could have easily cost them yet another game. So, but that's why I have to go with the Browns there. So, Mike, what's your next one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm on the Eagles -6.5, -110 there. No, Matt gave the
Same.
Eagles pick there, but
Same.
with Dougie P coming back, I don't know. The Jags have looked solid. I guess they beat up an injured Chargers team last week.
What's his name? Trevor
Eagles
Lawrence is
look
like,
amazing.
we're a good team. They're not. Like, if you say that, you jinx yourself. Eagles 100% win this game. I'll be there. Find me section. Bleep. And then, yeah.
I also like the under in that game. Under 47. The Eagles don't score points in the second half. They take the foot off the pedal.
I don't
So
like that.
I don't love it, but
No, I like
if
them to
they-
score.
if-
I'm saying,
if-
I'm saying, they need to start doing that.
no, yeah, I agree with you. But if they keep the leads and they don't lose them, then I'm not going to complain as much. So, I don't know. I'll take it.
You're not wrong, Mark. Speaking of the mentioned, Mike, the injury riddled Chargers, I'm taking them against the Texans -5, -110. You can't lose to the Bears.
So am I.
Can't lose to the Bears.
I'm also on that Chargers thing. They did lose Slater for like the year, I think.
Yeah.
But another week of
AC.
Herbert's ribs don't get back. So I don't know. They looked bad last week, but I think they bounced back this week.
I agree. Mark, your next one.
This is one of the ones where the line didn't make sense to me. I'm taking the Colts -3 against the Titans. Titans actually played well, but the Colts, they beat the Chiefs in an ugly game. But I could completely see Jonathan Taylor having one of those breakout games here and just going for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns, something like that.
Matt, why do you love it?
that I love. Titans +3, even money, +150. Titans look good last week. Titans gonna look this good this week. The Colts beat up on a bad Kansas City team. People think that the Colts are gonna be good. Give me Derrick Henry. Give me Robert Woods. Give me Ryan Tannehill. Give me Malik Willis. Give me the boys. Give me the Tennessee Titans. Yo, you ever been to Nashville? Didn't think so. Let's go Titans. Tighten up.
Speaking
This
of
is the
teams
horn
that
frog
didn't look
again?
great last week.
Greg, I'm doubling down on the Titans there though.
Yeah, you have
Plus
as well.
150 and +3 even odds, +100 there. I think
Doesn't
they're
make sense.
a much better
It doesn't
football
make
team
sense
than
that the Colts. I agree. It doesn't make sense. But Jonathan Taylor's going to go off.
You're just saying that because he's on your fantasy team.
Correct.
No, I would like for him to go off, but I don't need it. My team's good enough.
I like
without it.
Mr. Henry.
3-0.
Steelers taking on the Jets, potentially Zach Wilson debut. Taking the Steelers -3, -115 on Bovada, and then I'm also taking I'm taking the Lions -4, -110. I think the Seahawks are just very, very bad. So, Mike, your next one.
I got nothing other than the challenge. So
Okay, then Mark.
So I'm on. Hold on, I'm making sure this is not the challenge game.
Challenge is Chiefs Bucks.
Okay, I'm on the Niners in the Monday night game. -1.5 and -120. Going to double dip on them. Tough loss to them to the Broncos. But I think another week with Jimmy G.
Against the Rams?
In practice.
So
Yeah, against the Rams. It doesn't make sense that they're favored either.
I said this last night when we were doing the other show, and I like as I was talking about it, I then thought Jimmy G's played with the 49ers. He was their starter last year. What's he getting comfortable with?
He brought them to the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
I don't know, but the offense changed. They went to like the weird Trey Lance offense.
Give me the Rams +1.5 and the Rams even money.
I'm on both of those as well, Matt. The Rams,
like literally, we're gonna be rich Tuesday morning when we wake
bad
up.
last week. They have a really good
Rams?
defense, though. No, I'm talking about the Niners. Their defense looks good, but
Joey Bosa, he got injured last
Debo.
week.
he's out.
he did.
Debo.
I think doesn't Joey Bosa play for the Chargers though? Isn't
Yeah,
it Nick
whatever.
Bosa?
Yeah,
that's on
Nick
the 49ers?
Bosa.
I mean, Joey Bosa's still hurt and not playing. I don't care.
You are not wrong there. So my last pick is the Packers -9.5, -110. Packers just got the cupcake of all cupcakes. They're getting the Brian Hoyer Patriots at home. Like, sorry. Mark, are you good? Everything but the challenge?
Yep.
Matt, are you good? Everything but the challenge?
Commanders +3 and Commanders money line +135. Cowboys stink. Wentz bounce back game.
You're encouraged by what you saw from
Stop
Carson
Cooper
Wentz
Rush.
and the Commanders this past weekend?
I'm encouraged.
All right, as long as you're encouraged. Then let's close out the week with the Sunday Night Challenge. The challenge standings are as follows. I am at 4-1. Mike's at 3-2. Matt and Mark bringing up the rear at 2-3. We'll get to the Sunday Night Challenge. The game is, like I mentioned before, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. Maybe move depending on the storm. Who knows? But we have the Chiefs as the favorite on Bovada, -1, -110. Matt, I'll let you go first.
You know who I'm going with. This is an easy pick for me this week. I'm going with Jeremy Allen White. The Chefs, -1, -110. Put it on my card.
Didn't you just say they were a bad football team?
He did just say they were a bad football team.
Jeremy Allen White is the actor from Shameless. He plays Carmine in The Bear on Hulu. He refers to everyone as Chef. Go Chefs.
I'm pretty sure they're -120.
They are -120.
So -120 on the money line. Minus that doesn't matter for this.
I'm
But
double dipping. No, what I did was correct. I gave you the spread.
I think you said it right.
Yeah, I think I said it right
You're not
too.
double dipping. You're
Thank
not
you,
double
Chef.
dipping on your.
I am now double dipping. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
I'm also
Chef.
on the Chiefs. I'm also on the Chiefs, and I'm double dipping. Chiefs -1, -110, and then Chiefs -120. Mark.
I'm also gonna do it. I'm gonna double dip and throw them on my card as well. I don't think they can lose another game after the last week after the way they did that. So give me them.
And Mike, close us out.
I'm also double dipping.
Oh, podcast special.
Podcast special.
Podcast special.
This chef special.
Double dip. Chef. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
I'm gonna.
I hate everything about this, fellas. I'm not gonna lie.
I just shotgun the.
I hate
phone.
everything about it.
Thank you, Chef. We just need Chris to be on it. Then it'll be truly the
Chefs,
best friend special.
Chefs.
All right,
Chefs,
fellas. I
chefs.
appreciate the show tonight. Very fun.
I appreciate
Appreciate the chef. Thank you, chef. Good night, chef. Let's go win some bets.
Let's go win some chefs.